With 40.1's release, I've released my command system along with moderator tools. The motivation for command system was there's too much boilerplate with the iCommand interface, and I wanted to make it easier for myself to be able to build commands. But let's get this set up. Head to Axwabo.CommandSystem on GitHub. You can see the installation instructions. Open the command system repository. Find that there are 2 more dependencies that you need to install. For Axwabo, the helpers, go to the release and download the DLL file. For Harmony, download harmony 2.2.2.0.zip. Open the zip in your Archive Explorer and head into the net48 directory. Then go into the dependencies folder of Lab API. Copy 0harmony.dll here, along with Axwabo.helpers. Download Axwabo.CommandSystem release. You need the DLL file. Also download Moderator Tools. Copy these 2 DLL files into the plugins folder. Command System and Moderator Tools. Boom, you have it set up. Let's start with rlfs, one of my favorite commands, which enables round lock, disables decontamination, and forces the round start. GTR, goToRoom, teleports you to a specific room, whereas the base game command RTP often puts you at a door. What is this? Sometimes you will just die if you teleport. GTR fixes that. With Axwabo.CommandSystem, we have custom player selectors such as @s, which selects the sender. You can also use a substring of someone's nickname to select them. If you separate 2 player names with a dot, you can select all of those players separated by dots. You can also use an asterisk or @a to select all players. Let's go back to spectator. There's @spec, which selects the player you're currently spectating. The @r selector selects a random player, so sometimes it chooses me, sometimes it chooses the dummy in this case. With the @r, @s, @o, and @a selectors, you can use more advanced selectors between brackets. For example, limit sets how many people can be selected. Random has 1 by default. And you can specify a fraction that will be floored. If you use half, it will be rounded up. Like 1/3 of the server, 11-player server, is 3 players. You can also select everyone with a remote admin. Oops, you weren't supposed to see that. We also have ranges for things like distance. ... number means up until, number ... means minimum that amount, or just a number would specify a concrete number. And you can also specify minimum and maximum at the same time. Let's spawn some dummies. Jail has been slightly reworked. Not only does it store pretty much all gameplay information, there are new features to jail someone, like yourself or the dummy, and jail again to unjail that target. There's also the jail with me command, in which the target and you get jailed based on your state. So if you are jailed, you get unjailed and everyone else gets unjailed. So if you're in jail, and go to spectator and use jail with me @spec, that unjails the target. But if you are in jail and the target isn't unjailing, that'll do nothing. It will still unjail you though. There's also the GUI. You can use request and request IP to change tabs, request auth to request information, and an external lookup to clear the list. If you want to hide this option, type raopt hide $jailed. If it doesn't work for the first time, just try again. Rocket sends you to the sky and explodes you. Ball spawns SCP-018 on the specified players. If there is more than 1 player that received the bouncy ball, Cassie will announce that. The explode command instantly explodes the target. You have to use the alive advanced selector to only pick an alive target. You can drop items on the specified players with an amount. This is capped to 200 in total. You can drop items from the player's inventory, and if you don't specify which items to drop, it'll drop everything. dropSize drops an item of a specific size. Let's move on to toggles like pryGates. pryGates enables gate prying. Disable disables it. You can also clear everyone, list the players using it, or toggle the ability. Right now I have it disabled, but if I toggle it, I have it enabled. And if I toggle it again, I will no longer have gate prying. instaKill enables instant killing. Regeneration adds periodic regeneration to the specific player. The time specifies how long it takes for one tick, and the heal amount sets how much a tick will heal the player.
Substantial threat to safety remains within the facility. Exercise caution.
If I disable it, you can see I'm no longer regenerating. SCP-096 immunity makes the players immune to SCP-096's face. They will not become targets. SCP-173 immunity makes it so they won't become observers of SCP-173. randomTeleport teleports the targets to random rooms in the facility. You can specify which zones to teleport in light containment, or even multiple zones at once. The position command gets, sets, or adds to the player's position. Oops, should add 1. When you add the position, it's world space by default. If you specify true as last argument, it will be treated as a camera space, so the z-axis will be forward relative to the player's camera. You can use the enums command to list enums used by commands. The breakDoors command lets the targets break the doors when interacting. The ragdoll command spawns a specified amount of ragdolls on the targets. This happens every tick, so they don't spawn at once. The size command or scale command modifies the player's scale. The AHP command sets the artificial health of the specified targets. Oops, looks we got an exception. Type raopt show $dev mode to show the developer mode option. Click request to see the previous command, request IP to see the stack trace without idle offsets, and request auth to see the offsets too. There we go, it works now. The teleportX, or TPX for short, teleports the specified targets to another player. First you specify who to teleport, and then the next argument is the target that you want them to teleport to. You can use size reset to reset the player's scale. By the way, if the scale is already set to the same value, the server won't send a spawn message. The ghost command makes the targets invisible to everyone else. You can enable it or disable it. targetGhost enables invisibility from one player to another. You can specify multiple players at once, both players and targets. The player's argument specifies who to make invisible. If you disable targetGhost but not Ghost, they will still be invisible. Likewise, if you disable Ghost but not targetGhost, the player will still be invisible to the players of targetGhost. Let's not forget the grenade command, which spawns an active grenade on the player. You can specify the fuse time optionally. If it's 0, the grenade will instantly explode. You can use flashbang, SCP-018, and SCP-2176. If you omit the fuse time, the projectile will explode after the default fuse time. Finally, the pmute command mutes non-staff temporarily. If you use the base game mute, the mutes are stored in a file, so a rejoining player will still be muted. With pmute, this isn't the case. You can pmute everyone before the round start, everyone for the duration of the round, or intercom. That's it for the showcase. I know setting the plugin up is a bit difficult. I'll try to work on that. Feel free to check out the CommandSystem wiki, and if you're a developer, maybe give it a try. Although I plan to make a source generator version, so it might become obsolete. I worked on this for 3 years. Anyway, bye!